too, Shorty.
Okay.
All right, let's go. We're gonna start one at a time.
Can I go?
Y'all
All right,
recording
so
wait.
so
You
so I'm gonna address.
He's gonna have time to speak. First of all, hello Cortez. How you
So
doing,
What
King?
it do? What it do,
what
King?
what's up, y'all?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
We are great. We are great. We've been waiting to see you come to this live because everybody need to have a conversation. Now we gonna be the one to
Yeah,
mediate this shit. Huh?
I was driving. That's why I couldn't get on here.
It's all good. Well, since we live, we could go ahead and have this conversation.
Let me
I
say
want
something
Binks and them
before
to
it
go.
slipped my mind, though. Yeah, let me
That's
say something
fine.
before
Go
it slipped
ahead.
my mind. Okay, so with
Go
the
ahead.
whole Nayla thing, yeah, she did say, the banana thing made her feel uncomfortable, but I didn't tell her, I didn't put it in her mouth. I said demonstrate on this banana. I ain't never tell her to suck this banana or say something like that inappropriate. She told me it made her feel uncomfortable. I said okay, and maybe I did say that because you feel me. We all play like that. Everybody say sexual things to
Why
everybody.
didn't you just say
Things, please wait.
okay?
But I'm saying y'all putting it out there as if I'm a perv or as if as if
That's how
y'all
you took
That's
it.
how you took it.
sexual lie.
No.
Okay, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this.
Wait.
Y'all, let me
No,
finish.
okay, we quiet.
Cortez,
Then
wait.
y'all say,
Cortez.
and then you say,
Cortez.
yeah.
Cortez, wait. First of
Okay.
all, calm down, please, because you up here at a 10, and I'm going to tell them the same shit. You up here at a 10. I don't need y'all at a 10. We need to be at a 5 right now, okay?
Not even that. I'm calm.
You, or hell, a 2. You can get your point across without being upset. I get both of y'all could be upset, but say what you got to say, but just say it so then after that they can speak.
Okay, babe. So with the whole and then past that, Binky, you trying to make it seem like when we kissed, that was only we was pranking Nayla to make it seem like we was messing around with each other. Don't ever make it seem like I'll be kissing you for fun or anything like that. I've never just kissed you every time. And then Takia, when we was at the Airbnb, you was like, Tez, pull your dick out. My sister want to see. You always said stuff like that. And then okay, whether you was playing or not, you did attempt to put your hand up my pants leg. Okay, so all right, and let me address the your mama let me stay in the house for 2 hours. That is not true. Your mama I was packing my clothes after y'all told me to get out. I was packing my stuff. Your mama kept calling me like, Tez, what is you doing? And I said, I'm packing my stuff. She was like, you gotta go. I went outside and y'all locked the door. I'm not finna stay in there if I'm not wanted. She clearly telling me to get the fuck out right now. She been said I had to get the fuck out.
Okay. I want y'all to address the Nayla situation.
Okay.
Hold on, Cortez. We gonna let them speak. You got some things to say. I want them to speak. Go ahead.
Okay, so Tez, first off, we're gonna address the Nayla situation. Even though you just took accountability for that, so I really don't have too much to say. Yes, that you took what we said, and basically you felt some type of way about it. It wasn't that, we just addressed it. You know what I'm saying? You felt some type of way about it. That was addressed. Nayla told you that she felt uncomfortable. That was that. Now the whole kissing thing, Tez, no, there was no cameras in that motherfucker. So you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If you don't want to, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? No cameras.
Wait, we didn't record it.
Tez, come on. Hold on.
We didn't record it. I know what was in there.
You even said.
Hold on, y'all. Because the only way this is gonna work is one talk at a time. That's the only way it's gonna work. So let them, please, Tez.
Not only you said we play like that. You said out your mouth, you said we play like that. So I just felt a little upset how you just basically put all the messages in there. It was like, well, they were sexualizing me. Tez, if we play like that and you know for a fact we seen your dick, that big dick on Snapchat, you know for a fact why we was motherfucking telling you to put that damn dick in that group chat, and you know we was just joking. So for us, if we would have had to sit down on YouTube and just talked about it, it wouldn't even got to this point. Second off, I feel as though you should have never put my relationship business out there. That wasn't even the whole situation. Honestly, I felt like you should have just addressed why you know, you left the house and the whole Dank situation. We never actually had a conversation because when I gave you the floor and I asked you, did you have an issue with me? Everybody just started yelling. Well, you start yelling. And I asked you, you know what I'm saying? I just want to ask you this question. You can just say yes or no. Did I give you, every time we had a morning meeting, didn't I give everybody the room to say if they had an issue with me?
Okay, now Tez, it's time for you to wait. Who said add her back?
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. So I gave you.
Here, can you add 2 back, please? She said add her back. I don't know how y'all could do it, but Tez, please answer that question.
Oh yeah.
What was the question?
I said when we were in the house, did I give you amongst the both like a lot of chances to tell me how you felt in the house in morning meetings?
Yeah.
So everybody froze.
Hello?
I said yeah.
Oh, you said yeah. Okay, so my thing was, how did you miss, like, you know, how did you end up in the car speaking about me to Danks? Danks isn't here, you know what I'm saying? And if you supposed to be my brother, we supposed to be cool. I felt like everything that you were saying in the car, you could have came to me and told me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what hurt my feelings the most. If you know for a fact, hold on, Tez, let me finish. If you know for a fact I was rocking with you, you know for a fact that I genuinely loved you, you should have came to me. And then even before we even start arguing, I asked you. I said, Tez, do you have an issue with me? You could have just said, yes, I feel like this. I feel like that, such and such, such and such. You shouldn't have let another motherfucker get in between what we had. And the night before, what pissed me off so bad, the night before I said, the only issue I have with you is I feel like you're going to speak about me to the next person. And what did you do? You went back in the car and spoke about me to Danks. You never addressed that. It seemed like you danced around the whole situation on why you really got put out the house, Tez. And that's what frustrated me the most because I just felt like you could have answered that. You could have just kept it real with me. If you felt a certain type of way, you didn't have to go on YouTube to make all of these videos and, you know, make it seem like, hold on one second. I don't know how.
Let me do it.
You didn't have to go on YouTube.
Kid's gonna do it.
Hold on one second. One second. We're gonna wait for her to get on here because Toot froze too.
Okay.
I don't think she froze.
Oh, you didn't have to go on YouTube and basically speak about all of the old situations. It made me kind of judge your character because I've never been the type of person to keep the messages that we had, or, you know what I'm saying, I delete shit, you know what I'm saying? So for you to go back and do that instead of just speaking on why you left the house, I just felt like that was like a slap in the face, and that's really what should have been addressed instead of you dancing around, you actually having a conversation about me to Danks. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let me respond. All right, so with the whole Deontay thing, the only reason I put that in there was because he played a big part in, and I feel like I feel like he played a big part in one of the reasons why, you know, our relationship was rocky, because he was insecure. I'm gonna just keep it real. I feel like he always acted insecure. We both said that.
But I understand that part. But Tez, that didn't have nothing to do with why you got kicked out the house.
Yeah.
Yes, it did, because I'm talking about the first time we got into it. Yes, it do. We
were talking about the last time.
Hold on.
Wait.
One, did I?
Only in Texas. That's all that should have been spoke upon.
Yeah, all we wanted you to speak.
Why we fell out.
Hold on. At the end of the day, both of y'all want to know this whole situation about him getting kicked out the house. That's what needs to be answered, to be honest. So I want to hear his side of that and your side of that, because really that's the main thing.
Tez, why do you feel like you got kicked out the house? And please be honest.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we got the argument and I got kicked out, I don't know what y'all seen, but I know what I did for sure. Because Mama Shay, she was like, ever since I walked in the house, Mama Shay was saying slick shit to me.
Rewind.
And
I was like,
we want to know.
No.
Hold on one second. Let him finish talking. Let him finish talking there, though.
I'm getting to it. So so the only time where I was like, dang, she was saying slick stuff to me, and when she called me down and was like, don't post anything or whatever, and then I was like, okay, and then she said something else, and I'm like, dang, did I do something wrong? You turned around and yelled at the top of your lungs and said, do you got a fucking problem with me? And like anybody else, so, and like, okay, well, this is what I seen. You was like, you don't know, oh no, you said you don't know how to shut the fuck up. And I said, bro, what are you talking about? And you said, what did you say? You said, do you got a problem with me? And I said, yeah, I got a problem with you. And then we started talking about it. But I never yelled.
No.
Okay.
I never yelled.
Can I speak?
I never.
Hold on.
No, I never. Okay, so what was I? Okay, so, damn, I got a brain fart.
You said I never yelled.
Yeah, I didn't start yelling until you started yelling at me first, and then let me address something else too while I'm thinking about it. Then Binks, in your last live, y'all was all on live, and y'all said P said I called Danks a bitch when we was arguing, and then Binky, you said I never heard him say that, and then you was like, well, he said that, and then y'all all said I was calling her a bitch. I've never called any of y'all a bitches when we was arguing, any of y'all. I never called any of y'all a bitch. So, no, Danks turned up because I said, well, I was trying to tell, y'all was not letting me speak. I was trying to tell y'all everything she said, because everything, y'all, it's stuff that she said that y'all still don't know to this day. And that's what I'm saying. I told before me and Danks walked in the house, I was like, well, me and Binky need to have a conversation. And I was going to address you with everything. When we walked in, y'all was in the middle of doing a prank, and then y'all left. You feel me? And so, about this is what happened with Danks. So we was in the car, and I said after we did the prank with Chris Sells, we was in the car, and I said, I was like, I just been feeling real depressed lately. I talked to Tika about it. Me and Tika ain't that close, but you feel me? Just because we around each other, I'm about to be around y'all for hella long. So of course ain't nobody else to talk to. So I was talking to Danks. I'm like, okay. I've been feeling kind of depressed. I've been feeling like I just been feeling weird type shit. She went on to say like, yeah, I can kind of tell your energy ain't been there. Me and Binky was having a conversation. I told her that she was holding you back, blase. And me and her continued to talk, and I said, yeah, I feel like she kind of holding me back too, because with the whole cat situation at her crib, like I'll be ready to do a stolen car prank. It's an excuse with that, and so forth and so forth. And then
hold on 1 second. What I want to do, I think that right now though we straying away from the subject at hand. Like we want to talk about like what made you feel the way you felt, like with the whole getting kicked out situation. Like these are things that should be talked about too.
Like I couldn't talk to them. But I'm saying what Danks is saying, that what Danks is telling y'all, I said. Let me say this: what Danks is telling y'all, I said. I never said none of that. I never said. She said, I heard her say this out her mouth. Yeah, he told me that he was just using y'all for clout, and he was just gonna try to get his subscribers up and leave the house. I never said that shit out my mouth. Why the fuck would I say that?
Okay, why did y'all house?
Okay,
because she told.
No,
because
can I finish? Can I
came to them and told them.
Hold on. Okay, so we heard like the main substance on why you felt what you felt. Now Binks, say how you felt.
The reason why you got kicked out the house is, even before, we had an incident where you were speaking about me. You didn't put that on YouTube. The second time I felt like you said it's nobody to talk to. I'm here. You said it yourself. I gave you every single chance to speak up and tell me how you feel, and you went to the next person to speak about me. That's not loyal.
No, I didn't.
You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. You know what I mean? And I feel like at that point, everybody in that house know how much love I have for you. Like I'm not trying to, I'm not playing no games. I'm not trying to play victim. No, none of that. Everybody in the house know how much love I have for you. So for you to go talk to a stranger, because you even say, I don't know Danks. You know what I'm saying? Why I don't even know why she talking. I don't know her. For you to go talk to a stranger and say ill things about me, or you know, whatever was said, I felt like that wasn't cool. It wasn't loyal of you. It wasn't a team player of you. That's what I meant when I said you're not a team player. It was never about you getting thrown in pools and all of that. I just felt like you could have came to talk to me. And then what you were wrong about was when I said you don't know how to shut the fuck up. After I calmed down, I said, do you got a problem with me? You said, what did you say? You said, no, I don't got a problem with you. Do you got a problem with me?
No,
We went
I
back
did not
and
say
forth.
that.
We went back and
I
forth
did not say
like
that.
5 times. Says, if we gonna have this conversation, we gotta be honest. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
So
being
we went back
honest.
and forth like 5 times.
But you lying too.
But listen,
You said
we
you
let you
calmed
talk.
down,
We
Binky.
let
You
you talk.
was riled up from jump.
We listen. Yeah, we let you talk, right? And I want you to let us talk. So we went back and forth, and then you was like, yeah, I got a problem with you. And not only that, Tez, it's like what made the situation worse is because you had ill intentions from the beginning, because why would you record that? You know what I'm saying? You was still on live. You was still on live when after Takia asked you, like, are you on live? You like, no. Takia said, you are on live, you know what I mean? And then you was like, no, I'm not. I got off. But you was still on live. Like, we just asked for you to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, that's the real reason why you got kicked out, is because you were speaking about me to Danks. If you felt like you didn't know her, you could have came to me. I don't get, like, we hurt each other feelings all the fucking time. We talk to each other about certain shit that we don't like. We may argue, but at the end of the day, we get to the point, and we not about to be going back and forth or letting the outsider get in on what we're going through.
Hold on, before y'all continue real quick though. I mean, on some real shit. Can you respect what she's saying right there though, King? Like, you know what I'm saying? She just kind of felt like, you know what I mean? I mean, can you understand where she's coming from just on that end? Like, you know, because we all get like that with friendship.
I
But
understand where
did
she's
you
coming from, but
he
she missing. But no, look,
Hold
y'all
on.
didn't even hear the full. Y'all didn't even hear the full thing though. Danks, I asked Danks. I said when she told me that, you know, y'all was having conversations. I asked her. I said, so did she tell you about why we fell out the first time? I was just saying, if you feel me, y'all was having conversations about me. That's when I felt like, I'm like, well, why the fuck does Dank know what went on? You feel me? Danks was like, well, I'm not gonna tell you what she said, but yeah, we talked about it. So that right there made me think like, damn, why? And then it was contradictory because she said before she even met me, y'all was telling her that I'm a snake, or and I put the text message up too. She was saying that y'all people was telling her that I was a snake, and she was like, nah, everybody got good in them and shit like that. That's why you feel me? I was like, well, why? I was like, well, if she still feels some type of way or and whatnot, I'm like, well, why they want me to sign? Why do they want me to sign? Why am I here? That was my whole issue.
What you got to say?
First off, what I feel like is,
let me talk.
I'm not gonna lie. I have no control over two motherfuckers speaking about me, but I know for a fact that I have a relationship with one of them, a real relationship with one of them who was sitting in the car. So, and that person could have came to me. So anything that Tez is saying right now, I understand that he's talking about, you know, it's contradictory and all of that, but I feel like he could have easily came to me and spoke to me about the situation that he was feeling about.
I said I was going to though. That's what I'm saying. I said I was
Tez,
going to talk to you about it.
But you should have never went to an outsider. I'm not calling Danks an outsider, but I'm saying she's an outsider to our situation, and she's an outsider to you. So you shouldn't have went to a stranger.
Binks, listen to what I'm saying. I didn't even say anything for real. All I said, this is how the conversation went. After I was like, well, why do they want me to sign to them for 3 years? You feel me? If they still talking about me. Well, I said I'm meaning Binky. If she's still talking about me. I said, you know, I really don't have no issue with P or Takia, because I know at the end of the day, they gonna feel how their sister feel, and it is what it is. So I said, I said if they got a problem with me, why am I finna sign to them for 3 years? She was like, oh, the contract for 3 years, I wouldn't sign it if I was you. Like basically saying like, what the fuck? Like she was like, I wouldn't sign it if I was you. Just saying all type of shit.
But Tez, real quick though,
and I did tell her I lied about signing with my cousin, And I was trying to when I was on FaceTime with all of y'all before, you feel me? Before after the shit happened and we was on FaceTime, y'all all hung up in my face, and I tried to explain to y'all all just blatantly hung up in my face. And then,
but Tess, why would you think
nobody
like this
knew,
is the second time?
Nobody. My thing is, you know, y'all. The reason why I started recording, if you really want to know that, was because the first time we ran to the internet, you feel me? I mean, the first time we got into it, y'all ran to the internet like the next day. You feel me? It's 5 of y'all against me. So I'm like, well, shit, ain't nobody here. Ain't nobody gonna be here to back me up and have my back unless I have proof. You feel me? I was gonna delete those voice memos until I seen y'all post a video. I feel like y'all, and then y'all want to bring up the fact that nobody still knew the situation after y'all posted the video. You feel me? First of all, y'all posted that video around the time when I was just going through a lot around that time. I was battling depression hella hard. I just found out my mama had breast cancer, and now y'all bring it hella more, you feel me, disrespect and shit towards me.
Tess, but how can we
like,
know
instead of
what
y'all,
you're going through? You've been blocked my number because we've been trying to reach out to you. So how can we know?
And I was just gonna say that. No, look, I blocked your number, right? Just like how y'all was getting in contact with me when I was posting videos, y'all could have found a way to get in contact with me afterwards. And I'm saying y'all could have found ways to get in touch with me. You feel me? Y'all didn't have to make
but when
a video.
I post look,
Tess, let them speak, Tess,
look,
please.
when I post the I Miss Quartez video, first of all, you a YouTuber. You know how that content shit go. Nobody was speaking upon the situation. Nobody really spoke down on you. I mean, Danks did say that little 1-2, but at the end of the day, that was it. Nobody really got in your ass how they could have got in your ass.
The kid was saying hella shit too.
Like what?
What did I say about you?
I don't really
That she don't
remember,
fuck with you? If she don't fuck with you, she don't fuck with you. That's not downplaying you. That's not down talking you. She just don't fuck with you.
That's not all she said. I can't think of exactly what she said, but
fake.
you was going hard.
Said you was fake.
I said you
was
fake.
going hard.
Nobody spoke upon the situation.
You was going hard
so
too,
boom.
Tequila. That's what I'm
Let's
saying.
talk about it. So if we
And
gonna
the
talk
whole
about it,
last
let's talk
shit,
about
you
it.
know, she
Okay,
likes
So boom.
let them get it out. You got to get it out. Let them please. Let them get it.
Yeah.
damn kid.
My bad. I need to get close. Okay, I need to get up close and personal. Okay, so boom. When you was just talking about the situation where we went to social media first or whatever. Okay, so I'm being completely honest. You know what I'm saying? I can get struck down by lightning, whatever the fuck. I could die in my sleep. I don't give a fuck if I'm lying. Anyways, so before you said that when you called us, we hung up on you or something like that. Okay, so the previous day we got into it. So the next day we wake up to bullshit. We wake up to people calling our phones, telling us that you talking about the situation that had happened. You know what I'm saying? Fans that you linked up with called us and talking about the situation that had happened. So boom, we went live. Quartez, you joined that live. We had a conversation about, you know what I'm saying, some of the shit on live. Because even your personal friend called us, you know what I'm saying, was being disrespectful and shit like that. We even went live with him too. So that's why we really got on live, because
And he was lying.
Because your friend was a liar.
Yeah,
He was
that's
playing
really why
both
we got
sides
online.
type shit. Your friend was a liar, and you knew that. I still got the messages where he was like, yeah, he weird as fuck. I'm just telling him.
Yeah,
And
we
he
not
really
cool
wanted
no
to
more.
suck your dick if we being real.
And he wanted to have sex
Yeah,
with
we
you.
not cool.
So boom.
We're not cool no more.
So
I
yeah, y'all not
cut
cool
it
no more.
off.
Okay. So boom. After we got off that live, we got on the phone. And then we were trying to speak about the situation. We wasn't speaking on the situation a lot. Then when we felt like you was talking fuckery, we hung up. So
Because
boom.
you weren't being truthful.
Because we felt like you weren't being truthful. And my thing is, I'm a person. My
Hold on.
I'm a person who feel like I'm 100. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give a fuck if you hurt my feelings. I don't give a fuck. Just keep it 100 with me. At the end of the day, or everything gonna get thrown out the window if you just keep it 100 with me. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. So boom. When we was in Atlanta, we was at the Airbnb. Yes, I asked to see your motherfucking dick. I seen it on Snapchat, and I wanted to see what it looked like in person. And I'm pretty sure more than one person in here can vouch for that. We wanted to see it in person if we seen it on Snapchat. So
if your
boom.
dick is big, your dick is
If
big.
it's big,
Simple.
it's big. We want to see it. So anyways, so
Shout out to my nigga. You got that wood,
Follow him
boy.
back. Got that
You
wood.
know what I
Yes.
mean?
So
Slaying the wood,
when
my
we was at the
nigga.
Airbnb in Atlanta, I was rubbing on my sister's skin, and she didn't want me to rub on her skin because she felt like I was drunk or whatever, and she didn't like the way I was rubbing her skin. So I told Quartez, pull your pants leg up, and I'm reaching inside of his pants leg because I like skin. I love skin. Anybody that knows me knows that I love skin.
No
I have
shit.
pranks. I have pranks on my channel where I rub on people's skin. I rub on Big Jazz skin. She got some nice smooth skin. I rub on everybody's skin. It don't have nothing to do with that. So I don't like being like trying to be made like I tried to prey on you or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I tried to be sexual towards you. I wanted to see your dick and I wanted to rub your skin. That's all, and that's it.
And I just want to say this, Tez, you know that everybody in this room, right, sitting right here, you know that out of everybody, me and you talk the craziest to each other. So for you to be like, oh, well, this and that, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you got to make your video. You got to make it sound good and blah, blah, blah. But just keep it real. You could have just said, this is how we talk. We said in our video that people have went through certain things and certain things made them uncomfortable. And we stated why we said that. And
Not that you was on creep.
we said that you,
like
yeah,
that.
we just said that you went
that.
to the extreme, which you did go to the extreme, getting that damn banana, putting that shit in her face, and
we
you know
how you get with certain things. So we don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
So,
not that you a predator.
And we
or
even told you,
that.
You know,
and we even told you, like, Quartez, you're very creative. We said, hold on.
Right.
We said you're very creative. Start doing other things
other than sexual things.
And you'll go further. You know what I'm saying? I'm not closed off. I'm not closed off to telling you, you know what I'm saying? Out of our entire friendship, we said some crazy shit to each other. Like, you know that, I know that, the sisters know that, Nayla know that. We done said some crazy shit, some sexual shit to